Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Caesar Rodney High School Live. We're from Camden, Delaware. Tonight, the Brandywine Bulldogs, 4-3 overall, 2-2 in the Blue Hen Flight B. We'll take on the Caesar Rodney Riders. They're also 4-3 overall, 2-2 in the Henlopen North. It's a Riders homecoming here at Caesar Rodney. The parade is just wrapped up. We're here in the parking lot. We expect a large crowd to be on hand tonight as the Riders look to get back into the hunt for an at-large bid in the Division I state tournament. You are watching the Citadel pregame show. Week 8, and we start seeing teams drop out of contention for the upcoming DIA state tournament with 2 losses in the first half of the season. Caesar Rodney looked like they were already out of the postseason, but back-to-back wins over Cape Henlopen and Sussex Tech, and the Riders are back in the conversation. Brandywine all but eliminated with 3 losses this season. It'll be tough for a 3-loss team other than Caravel to earn an at-large berth in Division II. Let me bring in my broadcast partner, Dan Messina. And Dan, tonight we bring the fans a non-conference game between the Henlopen North and the Blue Hen Flight B, and this probably is a must-win game for the Riders.
Yes, it is definitely a must-win for them. They're coming off 2 wins, so the momentum's building. They just got to keep it going. Hopefully they'll get off to a fast start. They're traditionally kind of slow-starting team, so if they can get off to a fast start tonight, I think they'll be fine. But this Brandywine team, they can put some points up now, so if they get into that slow start and Brandywine starts scoring, they could be in some trouble here.
So the Riders coming off 2 impressive defensive performances, winning both games on the road, pitching a shutout last week in Georgetown against Sussex Tech. CR was just 1-9 last year and only 3 wins over the past 2 seasons. But third-year head coach Dan Candelaria, he's got this team headed in the right direction.
Absolutely. They got some young guys coming up and some senior leadership. They got a nice combination right now, and it's heading in the right direction, definitely.
Yeah, much the same for Brandywine with a 5-15 record over the past 2 seasons. This year, it was a fourth-quarter come-from-behind victory over Laurel in the season opener, 16 unanswered points. But losses to the top 10 teams of Howard and Glasgow has pushed the Bulldogs back down to the middle of the Flight B pack. Talk a little bit about Brandywine coming into this game, 4-3 record.
Yeah, Brandywine, they like to throw the ball around, and their quarterback, and he's kind of as many touchdowns, he's throwing interceptions. So if he can connect early, it could be a long night for the Riders.
Folks, it's time for our Dream Scouting Network players to watch for the Brandywine Bulldogs. We're going to be watching number 12, the quarterback, Jack Russell. He's a senior, 59 of 129 attempts this year, 835 yards, like you said, 8 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, and he's completed 46% of his passes. Russell, a lefty, not a lot of quarterback. We're seeing more lefties this year, but you don't see a lot of lefties in high school football in the state of Delaware.
Right, but there's a lot more lefties, but it changes your you got to get your left tackle, you got to get a right tackle that can block the blind side now, so it kind of changes things up a little bit. That's why we don't see him too much.
And the other player we want to watch is number 21, Shaheem Coleman. And folks, you'll be listening to the background to the Brandywine High School marching band. Shaheem Coleman, he's a junior. He's got a return for a touchdown this year. And he's a guy, he's big on their defense. He leads their team in tackles with 46, and he has 3 interceptions. And CR doesn't throw the ball much. They're going to have to be able to throw the ball. They cannot be one-dimensional, and you've got to be careful throwing in his direction.
Absolutely, because CR is going to have to mix it up tonight. They can't just rely on the run, I think.
And for the Caesar Rodney Riders, the players to watch, we're going to start defensively. Number 34, Jackson Raw. Jackson Raw, a junior, leads the team 67 tackles, 5 for a loss, 2 fumble recoveries. You saw him at Cape. He had a standout game. He was the Louis Pizza player of the game on defense against Cape Henlopen.
Absolutely. He was all over the place, making plays and stepping up, and he's going to have to do the same tonight.
And then also on the offensive side for the Caesar Rodney Riders, we're going to watch number 5, Kevin Robinson. He's a junior, 75 carries, 401 yards with 3 touchdowns. And we saw one of those touchdowns down at Cape Henlopen, and it was a 94-yard run. Looked like he was about to run out of gas, and Ben Ashby grabbed onto his waist, and he just twisted and turned and said, "I will not be denied," and he goes to the end zone.
Absolutely. Kind of gave him a little second win there almost, but yeah, he's going to be a workhorse tonight.
And the Riders, they're not going to have a 1,000-yard rusher this year. Trammell, 341 yards. Kennedy, 318 yards. Robinson, 401. And Wagenhofer, the quarterback, has 186 yards running. So they put the ball in different people's hands. They run the basic wing tee.
Right, basic wing tee, and that's what you like to see. That everybody's getting a piece of the action. That means they're not dominant. You can't just say, okay, we're you got to stop the trap. You got to stop everything with this offense when you look at the stats, because you see everybody's getting the ball. They divvy it out pretty well.
Wagenhofer does complete 58% of his passes, 39-65, 7 touchdowns, 1 interception. His favorite target is number 32, Bailey DeAtley, the senior, 22 catches for 306 yards and 3 touchdowns. Folks, we're going to take a commercial timeout. When we come back, we'll be back with our pigskin picks of the week.
I'm Scott Kammerer of Sodell Concepts. We have 8 locations, a catering company and a food truck right here on the Culinary Coast in southern Delaware, and we'd love to see you at one of our locations. Fish On and Lewis in the Villages of 5 Points. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue in downtown Rehoboth, serving homemade pasta. Papa Grande's in downtown Rehoboth. Our treetop deck has the best happy hour around. And Matt's Fish Camp, located on Route 1 in North Bethany Beach, your classic seafood shack. At Sodell, we believe in beautiful, simple food and making the world a better place. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts. Sodell Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the Culinary Coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Sodell Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley. Cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Sodell Concepts on the Culinary Coast with 10 locations from Lewis, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out.
And welcome to week number 8, 302 Sports fans, to our pigskin picks. Benny Mitchell here with Trey Mitchell. That makes us Mitchell squared. And last week, 5-1, pretty good week. Makes me 52-15 on the year. Worst pick, taking the Sussex Tech Ravens over Caesar Rodney. I said Tech would get them 21-14. Caesar Rodney pitches a shutout down in Georgetown, 15-0. Best pick, taking Milford over Cape. I said it would be a tight one. 2017 was my pick. 28-27 in overtime. So again, 6-1 last week, 52-15 on the year. So let's get rolling right into week 8 and trade. Week 8 means last week we said we'd see separation. This week we're going to see teams that are out. We're going to see teams leave the playoffs. And one of the biggest games in Division 2. We're going to start right off with this one. St. Mark's at 5-2 heads down to Woodbridge to take on the 6-1 defending state champ Blue Raiders. This isn't a big game. This is a huge game in Division 2. 7-3 very well may not get you into the D2 state tournament this year. St. Mark's still has Salesianum, and Woodbridge still has Del Mar left to play. The loser of this game could very well be out of the state tournament. But then again, Division 2 is crazy every year. Who knows what's going to happen in the last 3 weeks? I'm taking Woodbridge 28, St. Mark's 21.
Yeah, like you said, Division 2 is always it's always crazy, but I think it's going to be a great game, highly contested game, but I think Woodbridge is I think they're still bitter of that loss. They're going to keep rolling.
That's a 7 o'clock kickoff in Greenwood. On to the Southern Division, 7 o'clock kickoff in Laurel. The 3-4 Bulldogs host the 6-1 Del Mar Wildcats. Laurel got back on the winning track last week. They host a Del Mar team that's coming in hot. They may have to win out to make the Division II playoffs with their schedule. It's cats and dogs this week. Del Mar, they get it done. They get it done big, and they get ready to host Milford in a big Week 8 Southern Division showdown that we're going to have next week. I'm taking the Wildcats 35, Bulldogs 7.
Yeah, Del Mar's done nothing but impress us this year. Laurel's been a little up and down. They've played well, but they've been up and down. Del Mar, I think they're going to make the state tournament. They're going to get the job done here.
in Dagsboro, 7 o'clock kickoff. 1-6 Indian River host 5-2 the Milford Buccaneers. Milford right now with the inside track to the Southern Division Championship and the automatic bid to the state tournament. It's been a tough year for Indian River. They've started relying on their younger players just to get through this season. Milford, they escaped the letdown week last week. We talked about how coming in a pretty decent Cape and Lopin team. Their record doesn't show it, but they've been in some close games. They squeaked by 28-27 in overtime. But the Bucks are going to use the Indians to tune up for Del Mar coming up next week with the South title on the line. Milford 42, Indian River 7.
Yeah, the Bucks, they avoided that potential letdown last week, like we said they could have. I think they put the points on the board here, and Indians are it's a rebuilding year at this point. 1-6, a rebuilding year, and I think the Bucks are going to put it on them.
7 o'clock kickoff in Seaford. That's homecoming. Seaford's only home 7 o'clock game this year. And how about them Blue Jays? Just a year ago, we're announcing they snapped a long-time losing streak. This year, we talked about how they won their first conference game in 5 years. And now we're talking about a possible winning season with a win this week as they're 4-3, and they're bringing in Lake Forest at 2-5. I have leaned towards Seaford this game all week. But I think Lake Forest is going to be ready. They're going to bring that option game they showed last week to the former Nylon Capital, and turnovers are going to be key in this one. Whoever can win the turnover battle wins the game in a tight one, in a squeaker in Seaford. Lake Forest Spartans 21, Seaford Blue Jays 20.
Yeah, I agree. It's leaning towards Seaford. They're having a great year for what they've had the last couple of years.
They've been struggling.
They're having a great year, and I would love to pick them, but I think Lake Forest they've struggled too, and I think they break Seaford's hearts here and get the win.
Northern Division at Smyrna, 5-2 Eagles versus the 2-5 Sussex Tech Ravens. 7 o'clock kickoff. Many have tried, many have failed the past 3 seasons. Will Knight could eclipse 6,000 yards Friday night and put himself in the conversation as one of the best running backs ever in the state of Delaware. Sussex Tech, they have a strong defense, but Smyrna offense, it's the real deal. Smyrna 35, Sussex Tech 14.
Yeah, Sussex Tech, they dropped a tough one last week, and this is a rough game to rebound off of. Smyrna's going to roll here.
7 o'clock kickoff in the state capitol. It's the 5-2 Polytech Panthers, a team we've been high on here lately. They've earned the praise, and they'll be taking on the 1-6 Dover Senators. It's the 302 Sports Spotlight Game of the Week, and our own Mike Lang and Jason Winchell will have the call from Dover. The Panthers have a tough ending to the season. They're looking down the barrel at Dover, Sussex Tech, Smyrna. Dover, on the other hand, is a team that could very well be 4-3 or 3-4 right now, but injuries, mistakes, bad breaks, and the ball just hasn't bounced their way this year. It's homecoming in the state capitol, and I just have a feeling upset special. Dover has the ability to win out and go 4-6. Senators 28, Polytech 21.
Yeah, I'm going to disagree with you here. Polytech's had no problem going into Cape and Lopin and Caesar Rodney and beating them when we didn't think they would win. Dover's gonna play well. It's their homecoming. They're gonna show out. They're gonna put points on the board. But I know I underestimated Polytech with their size this year, and we've always talked about how big Dover is. I think Polytech matches, from who I've talked to, Polytech matches up size-wise. I think the job done.
Good pick, but Dover's been held to one game. Have been held under 21 points. That was Sussex Central, and they're doing that to a lot of teams this year. On to our games of the week. First of all, our Henley Conference Friday night game of the week. It's a Rider homecoming, and it's in Camden. And Trey, it's a full week of Rider Pride events each year. CR packs the stands for this game. It doesn't matter what the record is. It's homecoming. It's Rider Pride week. They do it right. Parade leads you into the stadium. Get there early, or you're going to be standing in line because there's only that one street that goes to the school, and they're going to have a parade on it. So CR comes in this game. They're hot. Wins over Cape and Lopin. Shutout over Sussex Tech. CR is playing balanced football right now with strong defense. Not too much was expected out of Brandywine at the beginning of the year, but they're going to come in and look to go Air Bulldog. They like to throw the ball. They have a passing attack. These two teams are evenly matched statistically, and I suspect the size of Caesar Rodney and the depth, the Riders are going to wear Brandywine down by the end of the game. Caesar Rodney 21, Brandywine 14. Both teams are 4-3 coming into this game.
It is homecoming for us Riders.
That's right.
I think you know who I'm going to pick. pick them every time. I do believe, though, that CR's defense, again, is going to make the difference in this game. They've been playing outstanding. One of my wrestlers is playing great at linebacker, by the way.
Jackson Rawls having a great season, 67 tackles.
Their defense is going to win in this game.
And, Caesar Rodney could win out and make the state tournament from 1-9, and they're in the talk for the state tournament. What a turnaround for Coach Dan Candeloro. And then a 1 o'clock kickoff, our Saturday game of the week. When Cape and Lopin and Sussex Central get on the field, things never seem to go as planned. That meaning throughout the records, throughout the stats, throughout the rankings, these two teams are going to get after each other. The Golden Knights have dominated this series over the last 10 years. I think they've won 8 out of 10. They're 8-2 against them. But last year, we went in that game thinking Sussex Central was going to grind it out and handle Cape and Lopin. They did. It was a 16-14 win by Cape and Lopin last year at Cape and Lopin. And that was a Sussex Central team that made the state tournament. So anything can happen in this game. That game last year came down to a huge goal line stand defense, if you remember. Cape and Lopin held Central out of the end zone from inside the 2-yard line. Defense is going to be key in this game on Saturday, and I mean defense both ways. Sussex Central and Cape have played some pretty good defense. Cape's had some bad breaks. They're 2-5. Sussex Central 6-1. They're looking for an at-large bid to the state tournament. They're looking pretty good right now. This win probably puts them over the top. Sussex Central 28, Cape and Lopin 14.
It's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be within a touchdown score, just because I think it's going to be chippy. I think the team that stays more disciplined wins. So this is I know we're looking at the records, 2-5 versus 6-1. Cape's had a lot of bad breaks, but I could see an upset.
It's a district border game. These two teams are.
It's like I said, it comes down to discipline, but I believe, like what I've said every week, Central's going to find a way to grind it out and get the win.
So there you go, folks. There's our picks for week number 8. Join us tomorrow night at Caesar Rodney. Myself and Dan Messina will have the call, and we're going to start talking about state tournament points tomorrow night and even more Saturday, as we've got some huge games this weekend in week 8, and week 9 is going to be even better, as we're going to be head down to the town that's too big for one state. Our first trip down to Del Mar next week when the Milford Bucks and the Del Mar Wildcats get it on for the Southern Division title. Folks, join us tomorrow night, 7 o'clock kickoff in Caesar Rodney, 6:30 pregame show. See you there.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts.
And I'm Danae from Matt's Fish Camp.
Come check us out.
Matt's Fish Camp is the small local fish joint with 2 locations on Coastal Highway in North Bethany Beach and Lewis, where we serve up traditional coastal fare and a casual atmosphere with house specialties like colossal crab cakes, lobster rolls, and fried Ipswich clams, along with crowd pleasers like fish and chips, fried shrimp, and a daily selection of fresh caught fish. Matt's Fish Camp, serving up lunch and dinner 7 days a week, all year.
Locations in Bethany Beach and Lewis, Delaware. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts.
Caesar Rodney, they're +4 in the turnover game. Brandywine -1 in the turnover game. Brandywine loves to pass the football. They've thrown over 130 passes. CZR's only throwing 68, but CZR has run the ball over 250 times. So, folks, that's going to take us to our keys of the game. Usually these are our Gator X's and O's. Gator's not here. He's up at Temple watching some field hockey. Gator, looking forward to have you back next Friday night when we're down in Del Mar. But so I'm going to give you my keys to the game. Number 1, for the Brandywine Bulldogs, get off to a fast start. Take the home crowd out of the game. Number 2, create turnovers on defense. They've got to make something happen. They're not going to be able to throw the ball up and down the field against Caesar Rodney. They're going to have to get some short fields. And number 3, their season, they have 3 losses already. Just play loose, play relaxed. For the Caesar Rodney Riders, it's homecoming. Play with excitement. Get your crowd into the game. Get your team excited and play some hardcore football. Number 2, grind it out on the offense. They like to run the ball. 250-plus runs this year. Keep at it. Run that wing tee and put points on the board. And finally, pressure this quarterback. He likes to throw to his first option. You've got to get some heat on him. You don't have to touch him. You just got to make him uncomfortable and throw the ball away. So what do you think of those keys to the game, Dan?
I agree with them. Especially pressure the quarterback. You got to pin the D-line's got to pin their ears back and get some pressure, get their hands in his, just getting in his face. Getting some push on the offensive line will help them tremendously, open up some opportunities for the guys in the backside of the defense.
Throughout the game tonight, folks, we'll have the Barkley Heating and Air out-of-town scoreboard. We'll have you update scores on several games around the Henley Conference. A couple big ones out there, some games of interest for us tonight. Polytech and Dover. Milford 5-2 at Indian River. Why? Because we're headed down next week to Delmar to see them play the Wildcats. Delmar and Laurel, Sussex Tech, Smyrna. Smyrna looking to win the Henley North for the third straight year. A big Division II game we'll be watching tonight is 5-2 St. Mark's versus 6-1 Woodbridge. And then in Division I, the Salesianum Sows, they're headed to Carroll County. They're playing Westminster tonight. Westminster 7-1 over in they play in that 3A Wild West. Tomorrow we'll be on the air with Cape Henlopen at Sussex Central, and that's a Sussex Central homecoming. We'll have those scores with the Barkley Heating and Air out-of-town scoreboard. And it's time for our Green Blade Irrigation and Turf Care Turf Report. We're playing on Bermuda grass. Folks. The temperatures are dropping. When I got to Camden today, it was 75 degrees. It's about, I'd say, mid-60s right now. The wind's blowing from our right to our left. It's about maybe a 4 or 5 mile an hour wind. No rain in the forecast, but it's going to get chilly before this one's ever, Dan.
Absolutely.
When I look at the forecast, we're talking 58, 57 degrees, probably third, fourth quarter.
Yeah,
so
better turn your heat on tonight.
Yeah, it's going to get a little cold. Also, at the end of the game, myself and Dan and our cameraman, Trey Mitchell, we'll get together and we will pick a Louis Pizza player of the game. Last time we did a Caesar Rodney game, we talked about Jackson Raw and then Brendan Holder. The big scoop and score, the big man did the big man dance in the end zone. And so we're picking a Louis Pizza player of the game. And, folks, this has been the Sodell Concepts pregame show with Benny Mitchell and Dan Messina here live from Camden, Delaware at Caesar Rodney High School. And, folks, we'll be right back after this commercial with our kickoff for tonight's game.
Camera from Sodell Concepts.
And I'm Ronnie Burkle from Papa Grande's.
Come visit us at Papa Grande's in beautiful Fenwick Island, Delaware. See you soon.
At Papa Grande's, we serve fresh, authentic Mexican food with specialties like blackened fish tacos and short rib cheesesteak burritos. We have great nightly specials throughout the second season and serve the best happy hour at the coolest bar every day year-round. We are open 7 days a week, all year long.
Papa Grande's overlooking the water in beautiful Fenwick Island, Delaware. Come check us out. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts.
And I'm Ronnie Burkle from Papa Grande's.
Come visit us at Papa Grande's.
And welcome back to Caesar Rodney High School, folks. 302 Sports, Henley Conference, Friday night, game of the week. I'm Benny Mitchell, and with me tonight, Dan Messina. And Dan, starting to get a little comfortable in that chair there.
Yeah.
Game number 3 for you. I want to thank you for coming along and doing the broadcast with us. Heck of an addition, when Sean can't be here. I got a guy to turn to, and hold that thought because we're going to be covering some high school playoffs, and we might be partnering you up with somebody else down the road come November. So, again, thanks for your contributions to 302 Sports. Again, it's Dan Messina. And here come the Riders. Led on the field. We talked about DeAtlia in the pregame. He leads the Riders onto the field. And look at the Riders. They got a little bit of that University of Delaware look to them in their uniforms, don't they? The blue jerseys and the gold pants. And let's talk while we're right here. Let's talk about tournament points. Right now, Middletown 7-0. They lead. They're the top team. Sussex Central right now. If the tournament was today, they'd be the 2 seed. Salesianum tied with them. Hodson, Smyrna, and the Riders moved up to number 6 this week in the points. And that's good for them because Smyrna right now has the inside track to the Henley North title, so they could be an at-large team. Polytech right on the heels with 25 points. William Penn Concord and St. George's. Next week, St. George's, William Penn, the loser. If they're not already out, they're definitely out.
Does this year, do we have 3 Henlopen North teams in the playoffs?
Could be.
Oh,
if the Riders win out, they're in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I don't see any way around it. So, folks, we're going to cut away. We have the coin toss here, and then we're going to go with the national anthem. Let's see who gets the toss here. Wind now starting to die down. The flag kind of still. No real wind. Brandywine will be in the all-white with the blue helmets. Caesar Rodney, yellow helmets, royal blue jerseys, gold pants. One of those unique stadiums we look out to our right, and when you see the camera pan down, you can see the highway. Yeah, this school right off the highway.
Yep.
Brandywine got off to a hot start. I don't think much was expected from them, but that win, it looked like they were going down to Laurel, and boom, 16 in the fourth. They win that game, and then they play a tight game with Howard. But we've talked about it, three losses in Southern Division. Caravel, maybe Woodbridge.
All tight losses. They weren't. I mean, with the exception of Glasgow. I mean, the other ones were just tight. Apo had to come from behind to win that game, so it was. So
it looks like the Brandywine Bulldogs have won the toss, and they are going to defer to the second half. Caesar Rodney, they're going to take the ball. It's homecoming. They're going to go on offense first.
I think that's the best thing that could have happened to them was getting the ball first.
I watched one of the first Caesar Rodney games I watched. Of course, my son went to school here, and we came and watched the game. And it was the year Caesar Rodney won the state title, and the kids convinced Coach Mike Schoenwolf that we want to run out with smoke. We want to run out with smoke. So they turned on the smoke machines. They ran out in the opening kickoff. Malcolm Yount drops the ball. Smyrna recovers and scores. CR goes on to win the game because that's it. No more smoke. Mike Schoenwolf now living in Florida, retired athletic director and head football coach, won a state title here at Caesar Rodney. But it is now Dan Candelora's team.
At this time, we ask everyone.
And folks, we're going to take a break for the national anthem.
The colors for tonight's game are being presented by the Caesar Rodney High School Junior ROTC, and the national anthem tonight is being performed by the Caesar Rodney High School Chorale.
Folks, that was the Caesar Rodney Chorus Chorale. Folks, we'll be right back after one more commercial timeout with the Caesar Rodney Riders hosting the Brandywine Bulldogs. We'll be right back on 302 Sports. And we're back in Camden. Here we go, waiting for the opening kickoff. Brandywine will be moving from left to right in the white uniform. Caesar Rodney set to return the opening kickoff. Though we're going from right to left in the blue jerseys and gold pants. And again, we will keep in track of some of those scores tonight, some games of interest with our Barclay Heating and Air out-of-town scoreboard.
All right, if that's 53, the kicker, he was very inconsistent in the warm-ups, so we'll see what they get I think CR's got to be very prepared for anything here.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the opening kickoff. And it's going to be a short kick. Riders going to fall on it. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Caesar Rodney at their own 38-yard line. Here we go, Riders, 1st and 10, they're in business. And I think CR, they don't want to score quick. They just want to take it down, eat up clock, and just play CR football like we watched them at Cape and Lopez.
Absolutely, that's what they have to do. And you know, they start off slow. They're that 40-car train trying to get going.
Right.
You know, they're pretty slow starting, but once they get going.
Under center, senior quarterback Jared Wagenhofer. They got double wing here, and it's going to be a handoff to Robinson. He's got about 5, take some tackles with about 9 yards on the carry. He's close to a 1st down. He may have it.
You know, they had some nice shift in there, kind of confused the defense, and that's really all you need to do. Throw a little motion in there, and just that split second have to think where my responsibility is.
And that's a 1st down for the Riders.
And we'll see if CR can wear down this smaller line of Brandywine.
Wagenhofer, drops back to pass. Ball falls out. He does recover, but it's going to be a loss of about 11 on the play. He pulled back to throw, and it just slipped out of the back of his hand.
Well, it's getting a little chilly out there. Conditions change a little bit.
So 2nd and let's call it 20 for the Riders. Loss of 9 on the play, or 10 on the play. And go with a double wing action, 2 split ends. That's Robinson in the backfield. And that's going to be a sweep with number 7, Julian Trammell. And he's going to get it out to about the 45-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play. We'll bring up a 3rd and 14 for the Riders.
Yeah, it's not the way to start the game, but.
No. 3rd and 14 for the Riders. And they're going to go shotgun with Robinson in the backfield with Wagenhofer. And it's going to be a counter with Trammell. He's got some running on the right side. There's going to be a flag on the play as he gets close to a 1st down. That's probably going to be a holder, a block in the back out there on that.
That's right in the area there.
And we'll wait for the call from the referee. And it is against the Riders. So first play, they get a 1st down, and then they just shoot themselves in the foot. Penalty. The quarterback drops the ball, and then a penalty. And this looks like it's going to be a hold. And it's going to push the Riders back to their own 30, where the original line of scrimmage after the kickoff. So 3rd and long for Caesar Rodney. We're going to call it 3rd and 21 for CR.
Yeah, not a very friendly third down that you want to be in.
So he goes shotgun again with Wagenhofer. Robinson in the backfield. And Wagenhofer drops back, looking downfield, and overthrows his receiver. And that's going to bring up a 4th down and 20, and on comes the Rider punt team. So what looked like a good start to the game kind of fizzles out for the Riders, and they're now looking at punting on their first possession. On the punt for the Riders, number 25, Joe Delgado. He's Mr. Everything. He's the kicker. He's the punter. He's also a receiver. Low snap. He's able to get it off. Nice end over end. It's going to bounce around the 31. Take a Rider bounce inside the 20 and down around the 16-yard line.
That was a great kick.
Yeah, good kick by Delgado. And the Bulldogs are going to take over on their first possession, 1st and 10 from their own 16-yard line. So we're going to get to see this quarterback, the left-hander, Jack Russell. He has thrown for, over 800 yards this year.
Yep. Yeah, they're going to come out and they're going to start, slinging it around, throwing it around the yard. And we'll see here if the defense, they can get some pressure on them.
And it looks like Russell's going to go under center.
Yep.
He's got slots to both sides. He's under center. The single back in the backfield. And they're going to run on the first play of the game. That's going to be a hit. That's Jackson Rawl on the tackle. We talked about him in the pregame. He meets him right at the hole. And that's going to be a gain of maybe 1 on the play. We'll call it 2. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 8 for the Bulldogs. So here's a team that runs the ball less than 100 times this year, less than 50 times, and they come out and run the ball in the first play.
I think they shocked everybody, including me.
2nd and 8 for the Bulldogs. And again, Russell goes up under center. Slots to both sides, motion coming to the near side. And he's going to drop back. He looks right away out to number 13, overthrown, looking for number 13, Zion Carr.
And that time CR got pressure. That's what they needed. They got hands in his face. He had to put a little too much air under the ball, forcing the incompletion.
3rd and 8 for the Bulldogs. Their first possession of the game. I'm looking for his big target, number 4. I do not see Michael Raymond. He's caught 10 passes this year. I do not see him in the game. Russell drops back. Going to be a little bubble screen. Out to number 13, Carr. And he's got minimal gain on the play. Might have got it out to about the 20, which is going to bring up a 4th and 7.
Great read by the defense.
So both teams hold on their first possession.
And here we go, the question mark, special teams for Brandywine.
And I talked about not seeing Raymond on the field, and there he is. He's the punter. He's got 10 catches for 262 yards this year. I didn't see him on that offensive set.
And now it looks like they're going to go for it.
Well,
they're missing a guy.
They're going to have to take a timeout. So we're going to stay right here, and we'll talk a little about that. It looks like Raymond might be back to punt. Somebody didn't get on the field for the Brandywine punt team.
Oh, God, you just got to hate
one of the guys
that.
I was looking at in his pregame was Raymond. Now he comes on the punt, so we'll have to see if he comes back out there in that next offensive series.
They have been your full-service shop in the Dover area for over 29 years, including such work as oil changes.
Brandywine did not bring a very big crowd down from Wilmington, did they, Dan?
No, not at all.
Transmissions can be reached at 302-735.
And it looked like Brandywine was came out in almost an offensive formation. So we'll see.
The first 2 times, then they went to shotgun, and
here they go out again.
Trips, and they have it up back. That's number 22, Curtis Blaine. That's a decent snap, and he gets an end-over-end short punt. Going to bounce around the 46. And we picked up by Trammell at his own 49, breaks the tackle, and then goes out of bounds. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Riders at the Brandywine 49-yard line. Kind of picked that ball up in traffic.
Yeah, it was kind of risky.
1st down and 10 for the Riders.
So the Riders 1st and 10, their second possession of the game.
Pretty unique punt formation they came out with, put out trips wide, and CR wasn't buying it.
So here come the Riders. Ball marked at the 50, right at midfield. And it's going to be a shotgun formation. Trips to the right, tight end on the left side, and Robinson in the backfield with the Wagenhofer. Wagenhofer looks out to the right side, has it out to number 2, Emmanuel Kennedy, and Kennedy's going to get it down inside the 45. Pickup of 7 on the play. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 3 for the Riders. So you got one team that's pass happy, and they come out and run the ball, and then you got another team that's run happy, and they come out and throw the ball.
Yep.
So whatever you can do We can do better. Second and 3 for we'll call it second and 4 for the
and here they're coming out in a spread formation here.
Right. Wagenhofer, he's going to pull it in. He's still looking, and he's going to throw downfield. That's going to be incomplete, looking for number 29, Forrest Booker, senior, 6'1", 155. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 4.
Wagenhofer was a little lucky there. I thought he was pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
He had some running room. I thought he made it.
I thought he was going to tuck it too.
But he had the ball in the right hand, which is the wrong hand on that run. So I guess he was thinking pass first the whole way.
Yeah.
3rd and 4 for the Riders.
Still manageable for 3rd down here.
Shotgun formation with Robinson in the backfield. And Riders had a little trouble figuring out where they want to line up. And they're going to flood the right side as Trammell goes in motion. Wagenhofer's going to follow. There's a flag going to play, and that is going to be procedure.
Yeah, guy in the end was moving.
The play, gain of about 10, but there is a flag down on the field.
So that's going to be a procedure penalty on the Riders. Going to make it a 3rd and 9. So again, they start off doing good things, and they shoot themselves in the foot. And
and I'm surprised they didn't go back to pounding the football. They got some good yardage on that first series.
There we go, 3rd and 9 for the Riders. And they're going to stay right in that shotgun formation. And they're going to split 2 guys out here to the bottom of the screen with a wing to the right. Motion comes to the near side. And
again, he's got some room, but
open and in and out of hands of
he had room there. I thought he should have tucked it.
So that's a 4th and 9 for Caesar Rodney. And on comes the punt team. So Brandywine getting ready to have their second possession of the game. We have no score. Shaheem Coleman, number 21, is back. He does have 1 punt return this year for a touchdown. On the punt is Delgado, standing inside his own 40-yard line. Good snap back to Delgado. And he gets it off. Nice wobbly end over end. It's going to bounce around the 30, go out of bounds at about the 31-yard line. So a little better field position this time for the Bulldogs. 1st and 10 for Brandywine at their own 29-yard line.
Yeah, we'll see if they decide to get back to their norm and start throwing the ball.
Right. Got to watch a little bit of Russell on film this week, and he has got a very quick release. It's going to be hard to get to him. He doesn't hold that ball very long.
No, he
doesn't run much. And now they go under center with a pro set.
Well, just getting in his face.
That's number 22, Curtis Blaine, on the carry, and he has maybe a yard.
The Riders combine on the tackle.
Maybe not. No gain on the carry. 2nd and 10 for Brandywine.
Led by Jeremiah Brown and Josh Windsor. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 10 for Brandywine.
2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs. 7 minutes left to play in the first quarter. We're in Camden, Delaware. Blue Hen Flight B in the Henley Open Conference North non-conference game. It's Rider Pride Week. Caesar Rodney homecoming. And now he goes back into the shotgun with 2 backs. Russell takes the snap, looks right away. He's got number 13.
And he was wrapped
up right away by number 7, Trammell.
But it's a one read. He's making.
I don't think he looks at that first read.
He did.
Yeah, we'll see if they throw down the ball down the field today, but a lot of quick outs, quick slants.
Where does he go? If CR can shut that down.
Right. Be interesting if CR goes and plays a man free. We'll see what happens. First, they got to move the ball and cause CR to change their defense. 3rd and 7 for the Bulldogs. 2 receivers out to the right, 1 to the far side, and he looks right away out there to number 11. He's got him, Nymir Johnson. He's got the first down. And tackle made by number 4, James Holmes, and 34, Jackson Raw.
Jared Keaton and Jackson Raw combined on the play.
First down for the Bulldogs.
Down for the Bulldogs at their own 44-yard
At their own, we'll call it the 45-yard line.
Yeah, a little tough without the hash marks.
Yeah. I walked the field pregame, and the grass cut very low. For a grass field, it's going to be fast. First down for the Bulldogs. Shotgun formation with Russell. And looks right away. That's a pick. And dropped by number 11, Jordan Allen. He jumped the route there.
Jordan Allen on the pass breakup for the
Yeah, it looked like they may have been playing a little man. We talked about it, see if they would play up close to the line and play some man.
Yeah.
And that's what they did. It looked like the ball was intended for number 2, Garnett Taylor, and he hadn't even turned around when the ball got there.
I think 11
wasn't there, would hit him in the back of the head.
I think number 11 was thinking touchdown before he actually had full control of the football.
Allen does have a pick 6 on the season. Second and 10 for the Bulldogs. And Russell's going to go under center and slot to both sides. And that's going to be a handoff to number 22, Curtis Blaine. And he's going to get about maybe 3 on the carry. Number 6, William Burke on the tackle, and number 53.
The front 4 is getting some good pressure. CR is getting some good pressure up front.
Third and 7 for the Bulldogs.
Third down and 7 for Brandywine.
I mean, early on, I think Caesar Rodney was keeping everything in front of him. We saw him go to what looked like a little bit of man coverage when Jordan Allen had the ball in his hands, in his chest, at his waist,
and
then on the ground.
And that,
there's nothing but green between him and
right.
if he catches that. Third and 7 for the Bulldogs. And come on the snap. That's going to be recovered by the Riders. Picked up by number 6. He fumbles. The ball's still on the ground.
Oh, my God.
And do the Riders have it?
Touchdown.
They do have it. That's a touchdown. Caesar Rodney. That's number 55.
I think 8
Deshaun Gray.
I think 8 guys touched that football. 8 defensive guys touched that football.
Hot potato down there. Ball snapped over Russell's head. And several people had their hands on it. And finally, smothered in the end zone by 55, Deshaun Gray, a 6-foot junior, 235 pounds. And we talked about the Riders putting pressure on him.
Yep.
On the kick is number 31, Dominic Verser. And Brandywine's going to jump off sides. It's number 2, Taylor. And let's see if the Riders go for 2 here.
Neutral zone infraction on Brandywine.
And they're going to move it up, and the Riders are going to go ahead and kick it anyways.
You're getting good yardage up the middle. I think I would have went for 2 here.
Good snap. The hold's there. And kicks up. And it's good. With 4:22 to play in the first quarter. Your score, Caesar Rodney 7, Brandywine 0. Folks, we'll be right back.
Welcome to Hooters. Have a seat wherever you
Hooters of Newark is located at 136 Astro Shopping Center, Newark, Delaware. Come in day or night to watch your favorite teams and sports on our many TVs. Great fun-filled environment that is kid-friendly. Our craveable food menu has all appetizers, burgers, salads, tacos, seafood, you name it, as well as our world-famous Hooters wings, which are the official wings of Frio2Sports.com.
And we're back in Camden. And Dan, we talked about that. You said the quarterback, instead of falling on it, he tried to pick it up. But I thought the biggest key on that was, instead of trying to pick up the ball, Jackson Raw blocked the quarterback, and there was nothing but Caesar Rodney Riders there to pick it up and eventually fall on in the end zone.
Yeah, like I said, I think 8 defensive players touched that football.
So I don't know. Maybe Jackson Raw thinks we're giving away Louis Pizza. He's playing already, having a heck of a game. And we have a new kicker on. It's going to be a short kick and a whistle. It's going to be offsides on procedure on the Riders. But again, heads up play by number 34 Raw. Just instead of being the hero, he makes a block for somebody else.
And the penalty is an offside.
And at this level, you don't get that a lot. You know, they see the ball, everybody just wants it, and
4:20 to play here in the first quarter. The Riders kicking off following their fumble recovery touchdown. That's 2 in the last 3 weeks. 2 defensive scores for Caesar Rodney in the last 2 weeks. Their defense has just started to put it all together here mid-season.
Yep. Just at the right time.
And on the kick, number 31, Dominic Verser. And back deep for the Bulldogs, 21, Shaheem Coleman. And going to be low and on the ground. It's going to get a high bounce. It's going to go to number 13, Carr. Carr loses a tackler and loses another one. Breaks 2 tackles before he's brought down by number 21, Saeed Miles, sophomore. And he wraps him up.
Miles Lawrence on the tackle for the Riders.
And maybe a fumble on the play.
And the return brings the ball out for the Bulldogs to their own.
As they unload the ball. But it's going to be Brandywine's ball. First and 10 at their own 45.
Brandywine.
And let's see if they can overcome that. That was a huge blow to Brandywine.
Milford 21, Indian River 0.
First and 10, Russell under center. And folks, we're going to get to some out-of-town score. Somebody's not where he's supposed to be. Russell's got to tuck it and run. He is going to get some yardage, and it looks like he's going to get hit and go out of bounds at the 47-yard line.
Will Burke enjoying
someone forgot to go.
Second down and
went right instead of left.
From their own 48-yard line.
Second and 6. Pick up a 4 on the play by Russell. And so he said he doesn't run much, but that was one where he kind of had to.
Yeah.
Went to look for his back, and he was somewhere else. So second and 6 for the Brandywine Bulldogs. Shotgun formation with 2 backs to his side. And he overthrows that one, looking for maybe number 8, Tremaine Pink.
Again, pressure, 79, getting pressure there.
And they recovered there in the secondary.
And it seems he's throwing it, he's in shotgun. It's been a pass. They haven't run out of shotgun. And he gets under center to run, so kind of a tell for Brandywine.
Third down. Russell in the shotgun, 3rd and 6. Trips to the right. Drop back, 3-step drop. And looks out to the left. He's got a man open. It's going to fall to the earth. That was number 2.
His throwing motion, kind of like a sidearm, almost like a pitcher. He doesn't. His elbow's so low, he gets a lot of air under the ball there.
4th down and 6 for Brandywine. 4th down and 6.
The 4th and 6 for the Bulldogs.
And we'll see if they came out in this trips again.
And on the punt is Raymond. Back deep, Trammell. Good snap. Close to being blocked by the Riders. Trammell's going to take it at his own 21-yard line. He's got some running room on the right side. Breaks the tackle, and it's going to be taken down around the 36-yard line. Tackle made by number 25, Josh Eaton.
Well, the punter for Brandywine's not in any drama classes, I can tell you that.
No, you got to fall down.
I mean, anytime someone comes near you, you got to fall down.
A couple of scores on our Buckley Heating Air out-of-town scoreboard. First quarter action, Milford Buccaneers 21, Indian River 0, and Westminster leads Salesianum 7-0.
They can be reached at 302-7.
So back to action here in Camden.
9660.
Under center this time is Wagenoff for a motion coming to the near side. It's going to be back with Robinson off the right side. And he's going to pick up about, we'll call it 5 on the play.
Again, another good run right up the middle.
Yes, pick up a 5 is going to bring up a 2nd and 5.
4 for the Riders at their own 41-yard line.
Now the defense has scored. Let's see if the offense can score.
Wagon off under center. Trammell and Robinson in the backfield. And it's going to be a handoff to Robinson off the right side. And he's going to have enough for a first down. Pickup of 10 on the play.
Robinson, gain of about 10 on the play, result of which is a Riders first down.
Another score just in. Trey Mitchell, call me the Swami. Dover 14, Polytech 0. First quarter action. That was one we disagreed on. Yeah, I've been saying all year. They're going to bite somebody before it's over with, the Dover Senators. Pickup call 4 by Robinson. Bring up a 2nd and 6
at the Brandywine 45-yard line. In out-of-town scores, Dover 14, Polytech 0.
Here's a big Division II score, folks. Woodbridge 21, St. Mark 0, first quarter.
Wow.
Blue Raiders all over them. And Smyrna leads Sussex Tech 8-0. That's your Barkley Heating and Air out-of-town scoreboard. That's going to be Wagenhofer rolling out.
On the waggle. There you go.
Man open on the waggle. And that's number 2, Kennedy. And that's going to be enough for a first down.
On the pass from Jared Wagenhofer.
He's going to take it out of bounds and stop the clock. So under 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's the way you draw that play up. Fullback came right out of the backfield, and you hit him for a nice gain.
Yeah, Dan, I've been saying all year, this Dover team's talented, and they were going to bite somebody down the road. And right now, first quarter, it looks like it could be Polytech.
They're always the Jekyll and Hyde. You don't know which
right.
Dover team. They got a ton of talent. They're just loaded.
And Wagenhofer goes to shotgun. That's going to be a counter with Emmanuel, and he's going to be wrapped up around the 31-yard line. Maybe a gain of 2 on the play. That was, again, number 25, Josh Eaton on the tackle.
For the Riders, gain of
stays in bounds. Clock keeps running.
On the play, brings up 2nd down and 7 for the Riders.
Yeah, look at this Brandywine front 4. They look like they've gone with more of the athlete than the size.
Yep. They
have a pretty good size offensive line. Number 50 is slapped together. Kevin Maldonado, 6 foot 195. And looks like he's playing a defensive end for the Bulldogs. Wagenhofer under center. Trammell goes in motion. It's going to be fake to throw back to number 32. Bailey Diatley. He's got some running room on the left. One got a beat. Touchdown, saving tackle by number 22, Curtis Blaine. So a little play action. Look to the right. Throw back to Diatley. He's wide open and almost takes it in.
Yeah, he completely fooled the defense. The defense was going to their left, and they just turned right back around and, countered back with that screen.
Ball on the run, first and goal for the Riders. Wagenhofer goes under center. Delgado splits wide to the right. Robinson alone in the backfield. And there's going to be Wagenhofer on the quarterback sneak. Touchdown, Jared Wagenhofer. And the Riders 13-0.
Well, this is exactly the way it was scripted for CR.
Again, Jared Wagenhofer on the quarterback keeper for the Riders. And Trace Aurelio Dolce is contributing $25 to the Rider Football Boosters program for that touchdown. Remember, you can support Trace Aurelio Dolce by...
So on the kick is number 31. Verser is down. It's up. It's good. Caesar Rodney, 14.
And the kick is successful by number 31.
And Brandywine 0. I'm not sure what's going on. They're talking to one of the referees down there on the line, but there's no flag. So, folks, we're going to take a timeout. We'll be right back with more Henley Conference Friday night game of the week. Welcome back to Caesar Rodney, folks. Benny Mitchell with Dan Messina. And with 46 seconds to go in the first quarter, Caesar Rodney leads 14-0. It's going to be a high kick down the inside of 20 to number 13. That is Carr. He's looking for some running room on the left side. Breaks a tackle, hits spins, and down around the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Well, let's see how the Brandywine offense responds.
On the tackle for the Riders. Ball is brought out by the Bulldogs.
And that was Jackson Raw on the tackle. And Coach Candy apparently thinks special teams are important. There's a starting linebacker on the kickoff team and the punt team. So Riders looking to win out. They got a tough one next week with Sussex Central, and then always the Civil War with Dover. So under center in the I formation. It's going to be a handoff to 21, Shaheem Coleman. He's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage, maybe loss of a yard on the play. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 11.
You know, CR
22, Curtis Blaine.
CR's only given up 6 points in the last 2 weeks.
Right.
So they've gotten pretty stout.
The Bulldogs from their own 34-yard line.
And Brandywine looks kind of out of their game plan a little bit to me. Like they're
gonna let the clock run out. So we're gonna take a timeout with them, folks. Your score at the end of the first quarter: Caesar Rodney Riders 14 and the Brandywine Bulldogs 0.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to recognize.
And welcome back to Camden, Delaware, folks. Caesar Rodney High School. It's a 2nd and 11 for the Brandywine Bulldogs as we start the second quarter. And what do you think about that Woodbridge St. Mark's game? I thought that would be a little closer.
Yeah.
1-0 first quarter. Under center is Russell, and he's going to take a 3-step drop. He's right under pressure. That's going to be caught, it looked like.
Yep, intercepted.
And that's going to be number 53, Windsor, with the interception. Caesar Rodney takes over on the interception, and it'll be 1st and 10 with great field position.
Yep. And again, they got pressure, got in his face, and, that's the first time I think he's tried to pass out of the under center, and bad things happen.
Well, with the pressure that Caesar Rodney is showing, they may just want to abandon going under center to throw the football. And go ahead.
I don't know why they can't run and throw out of the gun.
Motion coming with Trammell, and it's going to be a handoff pitch back.
He's open.
It's Delgado, and he's like, take it down to 5.
Fell down at the 3.
And he looks like he may be hurt.
And the 40-yard pass is complete from Jared.
Delgado is wide open. Coach Candelara may want to get that one patch of grass cut down a little lower because that's what kept him out of the end zone. He was wide open, just stumbled as he caught the ball. Had to wait just a little bit. So first and goal for the Riders at the Brandywine 4-yard line. Under center is Wagenhofer. And that's going to be a handoff to Trammell off the right side. Touchdown!
Brandywine is shocked here, I think.
Yeah. I agree. They're just...
Maybe it was the bus ride down. I don't know, but... But this is like what you want in homecoming.
That's right. That's what we say. Come out early, play excited, and that's what Caesar Rodney has done. A defensive touchdown, an interception, and then a big little razzle dazzle there on the passes up the touchdown.
Yeah.
And that kicks up, and it's good. Caesar Rodney 21, Brandywine 0. Folks, we're going to be right back after this timeout.
Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. Years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique Image, you envision, we create. Unique Image.
0.
And welcome back to Caesar Rodney, folks. Our score, Caesar Rodney 21, Brandywine 0. A couple update scores on the Barclay Heating and Air out of town scoreboard.
0.
Westminster now leads Salesianum 14-0. And Smyrna 14, Sussex Tech 0. Shaheem Coleman on the return. And the ball's going to be at about the 26-yard line, first and 10 for Brandywine. Smyrna 14-0 over Sussex Tech. Last score we had, Woodbridge 21, St. Mark's 0. Big Division II game. St. Mark's loses. That could be the season for them. That will give them 3 losses on the season, and they still have Sally's to play.
Wow.
First and 10 for the Bulldogs. And that's going to be a handoff to number 25, Josh Eaton. He's going to pick up about 4 on the play. Bring up a second and 6. Josh Eaton, 12 carries, 62 yards this year. Taylor's their leading rusher, 40 carries, 117. Eaton does have a touchdown on the ground. Coming up at halftime, folks, we'll have a little bit of the Caesar Rodney High School Marching Band and their homecoming festivities as well as that long 20-minute halftime.
Yeah. Smell those burgers on the grill.
Ken Blaine back deep, and he's going to take the handoff. He's going to be hit behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to be a loss on the play. Tackled by number 4, James Holmes.
And they're getting hats to the ball. They're getting hats to the ball. This defense is really playing well the last 2 weeks. This is, and because I believe, didn't Cape score in the first quarter?
Cape scored on their first drive. CR scored, Cape scored, and that was it.
And that was it. So
right now, 8 shutout quarters by the Riders.
Yeah.
Against a team who, I believe, played Hodgson pretty tough, didn't they? Appoquinimink, 23-21.
Yeah.
Division I opponent. Russell takes
and here's and they
under pressure, and that's going to be caught for a first down by number 4. There's a guy we wondered about, Raymond. He makes the catch, and we're going to have a flag on the play, probably roughing the passer.
Oh.
So tack on 15 of that. That's a huge play there.
And that's being in his face. I didn't think that
Yeah.
I didn't think that the defender took 2 extra steps after the ball was gone. I think he was there.
And the penalty
But
will be tacked on to the end of the play.
that's me. I'm only, 100 yards away.
Right.
Yeah.
Up in the air.
Yeah.
And after the play and the penalty brings them a first down and 10 for Brandywine.
Attack on
Caesar Rodney,
15.
And that puts them in CR territory for the first time tonight, maybe?
First and 10 on the Caesar Rodney half of the field. That's going to be a handoff to number 2, Taylor.
I think the Brandywine coach has heard you because he's gotten into the shotgun. They're starting to run out of it. And
no gain on the play. Second and 10. We'll call a loss of 1. Second and 11 for Brandywine.
For the Bulldogs from the Riders' 42-yard line.
Shotgun formation with Taylor in the backfield. 3-step drop. And that's going to be picked by number 7, Trammell, looking for a block. And he's looking to take that to the house. And he's going to turn on the afterburner. Yep. Julian Trammell, pick 6. And we said this could be an issue. 69 yards on the return. Caesar Rodney Riders.
He's under pressure, so he's releasing the ball kind of high. The ball's floating, and it results in the pick. 2 picks, 2 scores. Obviously the offense scored off the first one, but this one, defense scores 2 touchdowns so far tonight.
And 3 defensive touchdowns in 3 weeks for the Riders. On the kick is
and they would have had 4 if that kick return wasn't called back. The blocked
kicks up. It's good. Caesar Rodney 28-0.
Extra point by Evan McCleary is good.
With 8.5 minutes, I'm thinking I got to score again. Let's get that running clock going.
Yeah, get it going.
Just let's speed this up and get it going.
Folks, we'll be right back after this commercial timeout.
Penn Sussex County.
And welcome back to Caesar Rodney High School. The Riders up 28-0. And kick taking it at about the 20-yard line.
He dropped it.
And he's just got to fall on his own 21. That was number 21, Coleman.
This defense fired up now. It's gonna be tough for Brandywine.
Some more.
Yeah. They're getting plenty of pressure on the quarterback.
Some more scores from your Barkley Heating and Air out-of-town scoreboard. How about the Blue Raiders? Statement game? 28-0 in the first half over St. Mark's.
Wow.
Westminster 14, Slays Annam 7, Dover 21, Polytech 0, Milford already in the running clock, 35-0 over Indian River, and St. Mark's 14-0 over Sussex Tech. That's your Barkley Heating and Air out-of-town scoreboard. First down, Russell throws out, in and out of the hands of number 8, Tremaine Pinckney.
And again, under pressure.
Zion Rogers defending the pass, which is incomplete, brings up second down and 10.
That'll be second and 10 for Brandywine.
And CR's getting pressure right up the middle too, which is tough for a quarterback because he can't step into his throw
second down for Brandywine, 2nd and 10. They break the huddle. Russell in the shotgun, pistol formation. And as I said, that Coleman moves to the right side. Takes a snap. Delay handoff to, that's number 22, Curtis Blaine. Played no gain on the play. Brings up a 3rd and 10.
I don't think that usually the draw is to try to slow down that pass rush, and I don't think it slowed him down at all.
3rd and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 22-yard line. They trail 28-0 here with 7:52 to play in the first half. Yep. Shotgun, going to be a screen. And drop by number 22.
But 34 was right there.
Jackson Raw. Come here, 4th down, and the Bulldogs are going to have to punt. $7:34 to play here in the second quarter. Rebon on the punt. It's a good snap.
Whoa! Oh! 79 almost blocked it. Oh! Wow.
That Trammell was able to fall back on it.
Almost blocked on one end and then almost fumbled on the other.
The Riders will take over at the Brandywine 48-yard line. I don't know about you, but I sure have been smelling.
1st and 10 for the Riders.
Now being provided by the Snack Shack.
At their own, at the 48 of Brandywine.
Check engine light on. If so, don't just put tape over it.
I think CR's here is going to look to score and get that clock moving.
Yeah, right before the half. Yeah. Play a short second half.
Yep.
That's what the Bucks are doing down in River, 35-0.
Yep.
Motion with Trammell, and it's going to be a handoff. Trammell off the right side.
Sweep, there he goes.
Blocker. Has some running room down the right side. Trammell, 2 guys to beat. He's going to go out of bounds inside the 15. I'm going to have a late hit.
Julian Trammell on the carry of about 30 yards.
Now you're going to add that.
Yeah, probably half the distance. It's kind of a tough call on that one. You know, kind of a continuation tackle, and didn't really hit him that hard anyway.
Yeah.
And the penalty is a personal foul against
so late hit on the Bulldogs. That's going to put the ball down half the distance to about the 7-yard line. 1st and goal, Caesar Rodney. It's Kennedy in the backfield with Robinson.
Yeah, they got, Brandywine, they got good penetration that time. Trying to pick.
Kevin Robinson on the carry, gain of a couple, brings up 2nd down and goal for the Riders.
They did get a good push on that side of the defensive line.
And out of town scores, Smyrna 22, Sussex Tech 6.
Motion with,
and there, the sweep again. He's got a little blocker.
Kennedy turns it up. He's in. Touchdown. Emmanuel Kennedy. So the Riders, with the extra point, could have the running clock here in the first
huge half. Extra point here. Huge.
Again, Emmanuel Kennedy on the touchdown for the Riders. And because of that touchdown, Trace Rodney will donate another $25 to the Rider Football Boosters Program. Trace Rodney is proud to sponsor the Rider Football team.
On the kick is Verser. Good snap. Hold. Up. No good.
Oh, wow.
It stays 34-0.
Wow.
We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back with more. Caesar Rodney Brandywine Bulldogs, Friday night high school game of the week.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley. Cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Solo Concepts on the culinary coast with 10 locations from Lewis, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant.
And we're back to Camden, folks. Big missed extra point. That gives Brandywine a little time to kill,
right, and try to get the score, chip away at it at least. Try and get something on the board before they go in at half. They still have 6.5 minutes.
I mean, they make that extra point, and
it might be at halftime already.
Yeah, we could be at halftime down there. So the Riders on the kick, and he's going to kick it deep down there around the 10-yard line, taken by number 2, Taylor. And he's looking for his wall. He's not going to get to it. Tackle made by number 39, who I do not have a name for.
Oh, they're giving him a generous mark there. I thought he was close to the 5.
Right.
James Holmes and Michael Abdullah on the tackle for the Riders.
Michael Abdullah and James Holmes on the tackle.
First down and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 8-yard line.
6:21 to go here in the half. Brandywine will take over 1st and 10 at their own 6.
Tough spot for Brandywine here in the shadow of their own end zone.
Trips to the left.
There it goes.
And quick release. Off the fingertips of number 22, Curtis Blaine. This kid let the rock fly. There's no doubt about it.
Oh, yeah. CR's done a great job of putting pressure on him, and I think his clock is working a little faster than it should be.
Right.
I think he threw that quicker than he needed to.
2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 6.
He's hearing footsteps that aren't there yet.
And they'll go slots both sides.
And there they go, run the screen.
Double screen. And completes it to number 13, Zion Carr. No gain on the play. Brings up a 3rd and 10 for Brandywine.
Try to get the first down here, so you're not punting from your end zone.
I'll give him 3 on the carry. I guess 1. Look at the ball was at the 9. Now they've moved it back. Oh, it is at the 9.
It is.
Oh, it's 3rd and 9. Slots to both sides.
Oh,
and he's under pressure.
Oh, is that? There's a flag
in the end zone.
That's in the end zone. It's a safety, right?
Should be. Looks like they're going to call that the 1-yard line.
Wow. I think that's what they're talking about right now. See if he was in the end zone. It looked like from here that it threw it into the end zone.
The flag is at the 1.
Right.
And they're going to call it at the 1-yard line. Intentional grounding, loss of down. So 4th down inside their own 1.
Intentional grounding on Brandywine. The result of the penalty.
I thought it was in.
It'll be 3rd down.
So it's going to be a short snap. Although their other punts have not been 15-yard snaps. They've been about 12. So a 10-yard snap should be fine with Ramon.
Well, his heel's on the back of the end zone there, and Whoa.
Good snap. And the
Wow. I didn't think they went at. I thought they would have went after it. Oh.
And Tramel's going to let it bounce. And it's going to bounce around midfield and be down at the 48 by number 24.
Surprise me.
Caesar Rodney, 1st and 10 at the Bulldogs 48, or excuse me, 44.
I'm surprised they didn't go after the punt. You know,
to get that clock on,
get the clock running. It just
maybe a very good case of Dan Ken and Laura been here. I've been here.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna rub it in this. I'm gonna get another score.
You're right. They haven't had a problem scoring tonight.
Westminster 17, Salesianum 7. And that's going to be a throw out to the athlete, and he's going to be tackled right away.
I think we're going to have a late hit on the quarterback.
Nice play by number 2.
And they're going to tack 15 yards onto that.
And then, but they're going to get 15 on it.
There's a flag on the play. And the penalty was roughing the passer against the Bulldogs.
Folks, I think you can turn out the lights in Greenwood. 42-0.
Wow.
Half. Woodbridge over St. Mark's. Delmar leads Laurel 14-0.
Man, long bus ride, bad pre-game meal.
Milford 42-0. So a lot of Southern Division scores, Division II scores. Run it up. 1st and 10. Week 8 football action. That's Robinson off the right side.
Kevin Robinson on the carry for the Riders.
A couple more scores in our Barkley Heating and Air out-of-town scoreboard. The Senators lead the Polytech Panthers 28-0.
For the Riders at the Brandywine.
Woodbridge 42 still over St. Mark's 0. Westminster 17, Salesianum 7. 2nd and 7 for the Riders. And that's going to be a handoff to number 7, Tramel on the sweep. And big hit by number 13, Zion Carr. And number 6, Anthony Coleman. And I think it's going to be enough for a first down. At the Brandywine 16. So 1st and 10 for Caesar Rodney.
See, Brandywine defense can tighten up here.
Under 4 minutes to play here in the half. It's going to be a handoff to Robinson. He's following Tramel.
Yeah, he's home.
Running off the right side. Touchdown, Caesar Rodney.
A 15-yard touchdown run by number 5, Kevin Robinson. And with that touchdown, Caesar Rodney is proud to donate another $25.
So we go to a running clock now.
Program.
Or the clock's not running.
$5 for every touchdown scored this season. We thank you, Caesar Rodney.
40-0, Caesar Rodney. Low snap, trouble getting it off. That's going to be blocked. Oh, number 21, Shaheen Coleman, and number 25, Josh Eaton.
That's the second one in a row. They've kind of had a, holder snap issue.
So, folks, we're going to take a timeout. We'll be back with more Hello Open Conference Friday night game of the week.
Welcome to Hooters. Have a seat wherever you like.
Hooters of Newark is located at 136 Astro Shopping Center, Newark, Delaware. Come in day or night to watch your favorite teams and sports on our many TVs. It's a great, fun-filled environment that is kid-friendly. Our craveable food menu has all the appetizers, burgers, salads, tacos, seafood, you name it, as well as our world-famous Hooters wings, which are the official wings of 302sports.com.
Welcome to Hooters. Have a seat.
Well, welcome back to Caesar Rodney High School in Camden, Delaware. Rider Pride Week, Caesar Rodney homecoming. And a lot of Rider Pride going on right now, 40-0. We just got an update from the official. The running clock does not start until second half.
You know, and you got to love it because you're up 40-0. That means everybody's going to get in the game.
Right.
Everybody's going to get some grass stains on their jerseys tonight, man. You got to like that. And
deep kick down inside about the 10-yard line, taken by number 2, Taylor. He's looking for his wall on the right side. Got some running room out to about the 25 to the 30. And caught from behind. Going to be down around the 39-yard line. Number 21 on the tackle, Saeed Miles, pulled him down from behind.
You know, James Holmes has come down untouched on almost every kickoff and almost ran that play down. He did the kickoff before and caught the guy inside the
Brandywine. I might want to start running wall left.
Yeah.
And they've kicked every ball to the right side.
From their own 38-yard line.
First and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 38-yard line. 3:37 to play in the half. 40-0. Riders. And that's number 25. Eaton on the carry, picks up about 9 on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd and 1.
Caleb Mosley on the tackle for the
Mosley
Riders.
on the tackle for the Riders.
Second down and 1 for Brandywine from their own 40.
I believe Brandywine has had 1 first down by play and 1 by penalty. So 2nd and 1. That's going to be a timeout. Caesar Rodney.
Caesar Rodney.
So we will take one with them, folks. With 3:06 to play in the game. Your score, Caesar Rodney 40, Brandywine 0.
For business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique image, you envision, we create.
And we're back coming in off the timeout, the Caesar Rodney timeout. 2nd and 1.
Again, Brick Brothers 302-7
for the Bulldogs.
9660.
That's going to be a handoff to number 25. Eaton, first down for the Bulldogs, takes it across midfield at the Caesar Rodney 48.
And you say it, so this is just their third first down total.
First down of the game, second.
Well, it's
1 by penalty.
When you're defense putting pressure and in your quarterback's face, it's tough to run a passing offense when you're.
Well, number 79, Jeremiah Brown has been in the backfield all night long.
Yep.
First and 10 for the Bulldogs at the Caesar Rodney 48-yard line. And he's going to be wrapped up in the backfield. And we just called his name, 79 Brown, and number 6, William Burke. So look at Caesar Rodney. Now they've put in Brandywine in a position to run the ball. Just put in the earbacks and get nasty.
Yep.
Loss of 5 on the play. Brings up a 2nd and 15.
And out of town scores Westminster 17, Salesian 13 at the half.
2nd and 15.
Yeah, if I'm CR, I don't think I'm going to take my foot off the gas here.
He rolls out and finds number 25. Blaine breaks the tackle, comes back to midfield, and he's going to have a first down. So now you start getting Russell out of the pocket, let him run a little bit, and he can throw on the run. Picks up the first down. Ball at the Caesar.
He did throw it into traffic. Made a nice throw into traffic.
First down and 10 at the Riders' 30-yard line.
And looking for number 11, Naeem Johnson, and that's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, number 11 almost had to turn into the defender there.
Right, broke up by number 14, Tyrone Suarez. Brings up 2nd and 10. So now we're getting to see this kid throw down a little bit. He's got a bit of an arm.
He does have a great arm.
And he's still even downfield. He knows his sidearm. Russell brings the play in from the sidelines. Minute 19 to play in the half. 40-0. The Riders lead. Russell takes the snap, drops back, and it's going to be a screen, a little high for intended for number 14, Kevin Taylor.
Again, throwing it into traffic.
Or check that, number 8, Tremaine Pinckney. Going to bring up a 3rd and 10.
Result of the play brings up a 3rd down and 10
at the 30-yard line.
You know, I think Russell's just really throwing to a spot. I feel like he's not really looking where he's throwing. He's just throwing to a spot, and you should be there.
Right.
You know, his receiver should be there. And
watch him on film. Just a lot of quick outs, a lot of quick slants. But I don't think he's seen this kind of pressure this season.
Yeah. I agree.
3rd and 10. It's going to be a toss to number 22, Plain.
Ball's
in the air. And that's going to be Caesar Rodney Football. Number 38 on the recovery. In Davion Burris on the fumble recovery.
Is that 3-4? How many is that?
I think that's the 4th turnover of the game.
Wow.
And the Riders, we said they were +4 coming in. Brandywine -1.
I don't know. I think it's player of the game. Can we name the whole defense? Because they've been playing great tonight.
Well, since we're not giving them a pizza, I can. They definitely have to share it.
Yeah, well, we could cut the slices a little smaller.
1st and 10 for the Riders. And that's a new quarterback in the game, number 3, Jonathan Sexton, senior, 6'1", 200 pounds.
And I think Louis can make a bigger pizza. Feed these guys, you know.
Louis Pizza, 11 Rehoboth Avenue, Rehoboth Beach, Delaware.
Brings up 2nd down and 10 for the Riders from their own 35-yard line.
Tony Guvos is sponsor our Player of the Week. And what to talk to him about, getting the guys down there for a pizza at the end.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a handoff to number 2.
And I don't know that we see another play.
I imagine Coach Dan Candelaro probably just let this clock run out, take his 40-point lead into the halftime.
Yep.
And coming up at the half, folks, we'll have some Caesar Rodney marching band and some halftime festivities. And we'll join you for the Soto Concepts halftime show. And that is going to be the half. Ladies and gentlemen, your score at halftime, the Caesar Rodney Riders 40, Brandywine Bulldogs 0. Folks, we'll be right back after this timeout.
Soto Concepts is the premier restaurant group in Southern Delaware. We have 8 restaurants from Lewis all the way down to Fenwick. We have a catering company, a food truck, a soda company, a film company, and a management and a consulting company. We believe in beautiful, simple food. We like to develop the people we work with, and at the same time we have a little bit of a higher mission, and we're trying to make the world a better place. And we have a group of people that every day wake up and they get after it, and they're all focused on one thing, and they're trying to make a great company, and we're trying to make the Culinary Coast a national focus for the United States as a food destination. I think we've done a really good job of that in the past few years. The daily grind of the restaurant can be very difficult. You're dealing with alcohol, food, and people. Those are 3 highly volatile things. So sometimes it's better to have a little bit of a higher calling, a little bit of a higher purpose, that as a group
we're trying to get together, stick together, and be about something. And for us, it kind of gets us through the hard seasons and the hard times that we can rely on each other. We have about 150 full-time year-round employees, and then every season we hire, I think this year we hired about 270 people. So we have 270 seasonal people spread out throughout the whole county. And for me, it's great. And some of these people started out as 15-year-old busboys working with us, and now they're lawyers and doctors and business executives throughout the world, and they still come back and they have a relationship with us. So it's been a really nice experience for us that we're so connected to the community, and we can develop people on so many different levels. We want to support the people that we work with. We want all of our employees to have what they need to grow and be professional. And we may open 10 more restaurants. We may open 100 more restaurants. But all we know at the end of the day is we want to stick together, and we have a great group of people, and I'm really proud of them. I'm proud of everybody. This was a really trying year, and it's a testament to the team that Matt put together that we flourished after a tragedy. And the stronger and better we can make Southern Delaware, the better our restaurant group's going to be.
Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the Caesar Rodney High School Marching Band.
Hello and welcome to the Caesar Rodney School District Halftime Show. Being escorted across the field is Caesar Rodney High School Principal Dr. Sherry Kioski. She is being escorted by the 2016 Homecoming Queen, Ashley Eigelhart, and the 2010 Homecoming King, Rapine Ward. At this time, we'd like to recognize the freshman homecoming court candidates, Caleb Merriman and Delaney Webb. Caleb is a member of the freshman football team. He is being escorted by his mother, Mrs. Merriman. Delaney is a member of the field hockey team. She is being escorted by her mother, Michelle Vasilidis, and field hockey coach, Mrs. Stewart. Caleb Merriman and Delaney Webb. Next, Brian Quinones and Jimena Lopez. Brian is being escorted by his sister, Sabrina Pena. Jimena is a member of band. She is being escorted by her brother, Ethan Lopez. Brian Quinones and Jimena Lopez. Next, Calix Berry and Nia Gillette. Calix is a member of the freshman football team. He is being escorted by his mother, Jenny Berry, and his grandmother, Estrella Castillo. Nia is a member of the cheerleading team, BPA, and student council. She is being escorted by her father, Arthur White, and her mother, Lori Simpson. Calix Berry and Nia Gillette. The sophomore homecoming court candidates are Jimmy Cava and Cadence Black. Jimmy is a member of the lacrosse team, Blue Gold Club, and Sportsmanship Club. He is being escorted across the field by his mother, Stephanie Cava, and his father, Paul Cava. Cadence is a member of the field hockey team. She is being escorted by her mother, Shayna Lynch, and her grandmother, Sharon Cooper. Jimmy Cava and Cadence Black. Brandon Hatch and Peyton Force. Brandon is a member of varsity baseball and basketball. He is being escorted by his mother, Lori Hatch, and his father, Tony Hatch. Peyton is a member of the volleyball and softball teams. She is being escorted by her stepfather, Scott Thorne. Brandon Hatch and Peyton Force. Devon Denby and Claire Myers. Devon is being escorted by his sister, Shania Denby, and his niece, Tishana Denby. Claire is a member of the swim team and Royal Blue Gospel Choir. She is being escorted by her father, Jason Pyers, and grandmother, Joan Pyers. Devon Denby, and Claire Pyers. The junior homecoming court candidates are Kevin Robinson and Davion Green. Kevin is a member of the varsity football team. He is being escorted by his mother, Terza Grimes. Davion is a member of the varsity softball team and the Scrubs Club. She is being escorted by her grandmother, Delara Mears. Kevin Robinson and Davion Green. David Simpson and Brianna Kohut. David is a member of the varsity wrestling and varsity lacrosse teams, as well as a member of the Italian club. He is being escorted by his sister, Kiera Miller, and his teacher, Mr. Zach Taylor. Brianna is a member of the cheerleading team and Blue and Gold Club. She is being escorted by her father, Paul Kohut, and homecoming queen and king, Lauren Wolf and James Pyers.
Bill would never let that fly. Let a football player come out.
So there you are, folks. Your homecoming king and queen here at Caesar Rodney High School. And we're back to our Sodell Concepts halftime show with Benny Mitchell and Dan Messina. And Dan, Caesar Rodney all over Brandywine, and it's been mostly defense.
It's been the defense showed up tonight, and 9 quarters they haven't given up any points. Not until early in the first quarter of that Cape game.
Cape's first possession.
Yep.
Of the game 2 weeks ago.
Second because they fumbled the kickoff, but
that was the kickoff. First offensive possession.
Right, their first offensive kickoff
in the first quarter. 3 straight shutout quarters there. 4 more down at Sussex Tech. 2 more here. They are, if they're peaking at the right time heading into Sussex Central next week.
Absolutely. And they set up 2 scores and they scored 2 themselves. They scored 1. Set up 2 more, so they're the reason why we're going to have a running clock.
Yeah, and defensively, Jackson Raw, the guy we looked at the beginning of the game, he's all over the field.
Yep.
He's having another great game. And it's not just on defense; it's on special teams. Jackson Raw just playing another great game on defense. But a guy that stepped up in this game on both sides of the ball, the senior Julian Trammell, with a touchdown each way, a pick 6, and then a touchdown on offense.
Absolutely,
the kind of game this kid's having.
Yeah, and number 79 on the D line, is that Jones?
79 is Brown, Jeremiah Brown.
Yep, Jeremiah Brown. He's been in Jack's face all
in there. And all right. A big boy. And I think they measured incorrectly. They at 6'1", 235.
I think he's a little
bigger than 6'1". I think he's a little bigger than 235. When we watched him at Cape Antelope, and when he sacked the quarterback, he eclipsed him. We never saw the quarterback anymore. He just enveloped him and took him to the ground. Starting to get a little cool out here. So
temperature dropping.
One thing that riders have to be careful of as they come back in the third quarter is this game started warm. They need to have a good warm-up before they come out. The temperature has probably dropped 15 degrees. I've dropped to my hoodie.
Yep.
So it's getting a little cold here at Caesar Rodney High School. So, folks, our Sodell Concepts halftime show with Benny Mitchell and Dan Messina. We're going to take a commercial timeout, and we'll be right back with the second half. Your score at the half: Caesar Rodney 40, Brandywine 0.
The catering division of Sodell Concepts, where we're doing beautiful, simple foods for you. We can accommodate intimate affairs or larger parties anywhere from 1 to 800. We can go anywhere in a 50-mile radius of our location, be it on the beach, in your home, on a farm, at any venue, including the Indian River Life Saving Station, which you'll see later in our clip. You can choose from a pre-designed, chef-driven menu where we keep only the freshest and most local ingredients in mind, or we can customize a menu to your liking. Plate Catering. I hope you keep us in mind for your next event.
And welcome back to the Soto Concepts halftime show. Benny Mitchell here with Dan Messina. And the Riders up 40-0. We've got some out-of-town scores. Barkley Heating and Air, out-of-town scoreboard. Halftime, Milford 42, Indian River 0, so we're running clock there. Halftime score in Maryland, Carroll County. Westminster 17, the Sal's creeping back in, 13. Halftime, Dover 28, Polytech 0. Wow. AI DuPont looking to bounce back from loss last week. They lead McKean 43-0. Smyrna, last we heard, 22-0 over Sussex Tech. And Delmar 21-0 over Laurel. And not the score I'm surprised. I thought Woodbridge could win this game. But 42-0 in the first half?
That's surprising.
Man, Woodbridge is making a statement. And one update. Delmar 28, Laurel 0. Thanks to those scores from Kristen Mitchell on our out-of-town scoreboard. Barkley Heating and Air, out-of-town scoreboard. Coming up at the end of the game, we will pick a Louis Pizza player of the game. Louis Pizza, 11 Rehoboth Avenue, Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, home of the Grinder. Louis Pizza player of the game. A couple guys got our mind on. We probably will not see too many more varsity players. So, but we'll save the suspense.
Yeah, we want to keep everybody tuned in.
That's right. Some of our supporters or our sponsors, Dream Scouting Network, they brought you the players to watch. Greenblade Irrigation Turf Report. Greenblade Irrigation and Turf Care in Dover. They bring us our turf report, our temperatures, our field conditions, the type of field we are playing on. Delaware Self-Defense Academy, Royce Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. They're right across the street here in Camden. New location in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Middletown. And I believe Smyrna. I could be wrong. I'll have to check with Ronnie Weiss on that. You'll see Ronnie Weiss on here a couple times throughout the game.
Oh wow! That
a good 10 yards.
CR made a great adjustment, and
so the Riders.
Brandywine looks a little confused. It did. It went 10 yards. So I don't know what all the confusion's about down there. Well,
Dan Candelora does not look happy. I'm not sure that was called by a coach.
Well, I tell you what, I'm
happy right now.
I believe that's a great call,
right.
And I'll tell you why. Because you have a running clock. You have a running clock by 5, so
right.
You got to look at it. I'm only up by 5 points here.
Right.
So let me hold the clock. My offense is slow, and I can grind it down now.
And he's got the backups in, but he came back from the field, his head tilted sideways, and his headset in his hands.
Great call. I think it was a great call. I love the call.
Full house backfield. That's going to be number 27, Riley Bushweller on the carry. Gain of 1 on the play.
Riley Bushweller on the carry for the Riders. Gain of 1 on the play brings up 2nd down and 9 for the
Riders. 2nd and 9 for Caesar Rodney.
47-yard line.
So running clock here for the second half, unless Brandywine can score first. And it's quarterback Jonathan Sexton. He came in right before the half. And it's going to be a handoff to number 36. Zion Rogers breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, and brought down.
Man, great job.
First down.
Kept his legs
13.
turning. Never stopped his legs moving.
So a couple of Zions in on that play. One with the ball, one making the tackle. So 1st and 10 for the Riders. They're inside the 32, the Brandywine 27-yard line.
CR is working a little fast for my taste with this kind of lead. I think they should be slowing it down a little bit more.
And that's going to be a handoff to 27, Riley Bushweller, and he's going to go out of bounds at about the 21-yard line. And looks like we may have a Brandywine player down. And we do, and that is going to stop the clock.
Gain of 4 brings up 2nd down and 6 for the Riders at the Brandywine 20.
We'll stay with his, looked like number 13, Zion Carr, was down on the play, out of bounds. Still shaking my head over that Woodbridge St. Mark.
Yeah.
I mean, Woodbridge and DMA, they were tied at the half or third quarter last week before DMA pulled away. And last week, one of the top running backs for Woodbridge went down with a high ankle sprain.
Wow.
So he is not playing.
Good news. 13's up, walking across the field.
Richard Massey went down first quarter last week with a high ankle sprain. Didn't play the whole. As a matter of fact, was in street clothes in the second half in a boot. So they're doing it 42-0 without their top running back in the game.
Very impressive. Next man up, Woodbridge.
Right. They have next week. I'm not sure who that. I think they've already played. I think they might have Indian River next week, and then the big showdown with Delmar at the end. So Delmar win over Milford, and Woodbridge puts themselves back in the hunt for the Head Olympic South title. And now they're showing they're scoring points. 2nd and 6 for the Riders. Sexton goes under center. Motion coming from the far side. And we're going to have a whistle on the play.
I'll start.
Penalty on the play. Penalty is a false start against the Riders.
False start against Caesar Rodney.
After the penalty brings up about 2nd down and
I said that the Riders had to get excited and come out and play excited for homecoming. And wow, did they ever! And I did not expect a blowout like this, much less this early in the game.
Neither did I. I expected a totally different game.
A lot of blowouts around the conference tonight. And that's going to be a handoff to the 27, Bushweller, and he pushes ahead out to about the 22-yard line.
I was concerned about CR slow starting. I thought they're that slow machine, and they could get behind in this game, but never happened.
The play brings up 3rd down and 5 for the Riders at the Brandywine 22-yard line.
Third and 5 for Caesar Rodney at the Brandywine 22. Bushweller, the single back in the backfield. Motion coming. It's going to be sweep with number 36. Zion. And
face mask, I think.
Mask.
I think he got a face mask.
On the carry.
Zion Rogers on the carry for the Riders. There's a flag on the field. It is a face mask against Brandywine.
And I think that'll give them a first down. Yeah.
Yeah, just when Brandywine gets something a little positive going.
Yeah.
So first and we're going to move the chains. Must be the 5-yard.
5-yard, yep.
So 3rd and 1.
3rd down and 1 for the Riders.
For the Riders. Motion is going to be a handoff. No, he's going to roll out. And looking downfield. It's going to be incomplete. Looking for number 30.
Wow, strange play call on 3rd and 2. Really strange play call there for me, you know.
So 4th and 1. And on comes the place kicker, number 31, Dominic Verser, sophomore. And he's going to attempt a 35-yard field goal. And offside by Brandywine.
Man, they just can't catch a break.
Nah, not at all.
Penalty before the play is on Brandywine for offside. The result of the penalty is a Riders first down.
Yeah, that field goal is important too.
Right.
Because you go up 8. If they score and get it, if you give up a score, you still keep the running clock.
Right. So 1st and 10, new set of downs for the Riders.
But I have a sneaky feeling that
13.
they're going to punch it in here shortly.
Right, you keep giving them that many chances.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a handoff to number 36, Rogers. And he takes it down inside the 10-yard line to the 8. Gain of 4 on the play. Brings up a 2nd and 6.
Brings up 2nd down and 6. Riders will have the ball at the Brandywine 9-yard line.
Oh, my. Watching the other game. Dover with a halfback pass. They're up 34-0 on Polytech. 2nd and 6 here for the Riders. And it's going to be off the number 11, Jordan Allen on the sweep. Cuts it up inside, down to about the 5-6 yard line. Call it the 5. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 2 for Caesar Rodney.
Jordan Allen on the gain for the Riders. Pickup of about 3 brings up 3rd down and 3 for the Riders.
3rd quarter score, Dover 35,
5-yard line.
Polytech 0.
And they start the running clock.
So they'll go to the running clock.
A lot of running clocks today.
Absolutely. The handoff to number 27.
He fumbled the ball into the end zone.
They're going to say he was down. CR did recover it in the end zone.
Wow.
That's going to be a first down. Ball looks to be at the 1 yard line.
Result of the play is a Riders first down.
And you're going to use up most of the 3rd quarter here on this drive. First and goal for Caesar Rodney at the 1 yard line. Bushweller alone in the backfield. Sexton under center. And Allen goes in motion, and it's going to be Sexton for the score.
And touchdown
9
And the Riders
minutes.
go up 46-0.
9 minute drive.
I tell you, by the time they get the ball back, it's going to be almost fourth quarter.
Yep.
And because of that touchdown, Trey Sorrelli will donate another $25 to the Rider Booster Program. Thank you, Trey Sorrelli, for your support.
Whoa. Oh.
Nice snap.
Oh.
So it's going to be no good on the extra point. Snap was high. Couldn't get it back down. And the Riders fail on the conversion. So under 2 minutes to play here. The Riders lead 46-0.
They get to World Transmissions, your transmission specialists in Dover for over 29 years. But they are so much more than just transmissions. They are your full-service shop for oil changes, brake work, tire work, engines, and more. They offer a free...
Folks, we're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be right back with more third quarter action. Your score, Caesar Rodney 46, Brandywine 0.
35. World Transmissions, so much more than just transmissions.
No.
Hooters of Newark is located at 136 Astro Shopping Center, Newark, Delaware. Come in day or night to watch your favorite teams and sports on our many TVs. It's a great, fun-filled environment that is kid-friendly. Our craveable food menu has all the appetizers, burgers, salads, tacos, seafood, you name it, as well as our world-famous Hooters wings, which are the official wings of 302sports.com.
Welcome to Hooters. Have a seat wherever you like.
Hooters of Newark is located at 136 Astro Shopping Center, Newark, Delaware. Come in day or night to watch your favorite teams and sports on our many TVs. It's a great, fun-filled environment that is kid-friendly. Our craveable food menu has all the appetizers, burgers, salads, tacos, seafood, you name it, as well as our world-famous Hooters wings, which are the official wings of 302sports.com.
Welcome to Hooters. Have a seat wherever you like.
Hooters of Newark is located at 136 Astro Shopping Center, Newark, Delaware. Come in day or night to watch your favorite teams and sports on our many TVs. It's a great, fun-filled environment that is kid-friendly. Our craveable food menu has all the appetizers, burgers, salads, tacos, seafood, you name it, as well as our world-famous Hooters wings, which are the official wings of 302sports.com.
Welcome to Hooters. Have a seat wherever you like.
Hooters of Newark is located at 136 Astro Shopping Center, Newark, Delaware. Come in day or night to watch your favorite teams and sports on our many TVs. It's a great, fun-filled...
And welcome back to Camden, folks. On for the after the Brandywine timeout. They'll come on for the extra point. And good snap, good hold, kicks up, it's good. Brandywine gets 7, so 46-7. Final score in Dagsboro. The Milford Buccaneers 52, Indian River 0, and they head into Delmar next week for the Southern Division Showdown with the 6-1, soon to be 7-1 Delmar Wildcats. So marbles could be on the line. Should Milford win, they'll win the just beat Lake Forest, and they're the Henlopen South champs. Delmar putting up some scores of their own, 35-0 over Laurel. So you're talking 87 points as of now, headed into next week's game.
Wow.
Between the two teams.
Delmar 28.
And next week that game will be 6-3, or
I think my points. I think Delmar has to win out to make the tournament because they're not getting a lot of bonus points. They play no Division I opponents. So Delmar might have to go 9-1 unless. But Division II is crazy. Right. It's every year something weird happens.
And then you get the extra 2 teams in Division II.
Right, but you have a lot more teams in Division II. So
right. I think they should do that with Division I, to be honest with you.
Well, I've had this conversation before. Division I only has 17 teams. So you add 2 more, half the teams make the playoffs. I'm sure that's what their thinking is.
Let's see if Brandywine onside kicks to CR, at least attempts it.
On the kick, 52 or 53, Christopher Lloyd.
There it is.
There's
more of a squib.
And then the Riders are going to fall on it. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
And at Brandywine, I don't think they'll get the ball back here.
No.
I think it's, this is what CR is built for.
Right.
At their own 33-yard line.
So you'll see the Riders come out, a little double wing T action. And just
run a little trap, a little sweep, and keep the clock moving. And, with a running clock, you 1 first down, maybe 2. That's all you really need.
And that's a handoff to 36, Rogers. And he's going to be gain of about 4 on the play.
Yeah.
Zion Rogers on the carry for the Riders, gain of 4 on the play, brings up 2nd down and 6 from their own.
Polytech scores is 35-7,
37-yard
third quarter. So they shut down the running clock after Dover gets it. 35-7, Dover over Poly. Final score in Greenwood. The Woodbridge Blue Raiders moved to 7-1 with a 42-0 victory over St. Mark's. Impressive. Westminster all over Salesianum, 30-13 second
Does that
half.
put St. Mark's out? They're out of the dance.
I think that puts St. Mark's out. We'll see. Some things could happen. But I think that puts them out still with Sally's to play. That would give them 4 losses on the season. It's going to be hard to get in Division II playoffs this year with 4 losses. It's going to be hard to get in with 3. I can see Caravel doing it because they're going to pick up a lot of bonus. That's number 27, Bushweller on the carry. Big tackle made by number 7, Ramir Marks. That brings up a 4th and 2 for Caesar Rodney. So maybe Bulldogs might get it back. A little bit of a defensive stance.
Yeah.
42-yard line.
Are they going to go for it? I think I'd take the penalty and take some more time off and dink it down and try to pin them deep but QB sneak here. Oh no, they're going to run that.
And it's going to be a sweep with Rogers. He
got it. I think he got it.
I think they're going to call him out. Call him out a yard short.
Really?
Yard short. Wow. Turnover on downs for the Bulldogs.
Wow.
Folks, tomorrow, 1 o'clock kickoff. Myself and Dan Messina will be at the Castle, Sussex Central High School, as the Cape Henlopen Vikings make that short trip down Route. Well, it's not even Route 9 anymore. Nope. It's more like Route 23. And now that Sussex Central hit the new school, but it's going to be the Sussex Central homecoming. And I don't care what you say. When these two teams play, they get after each other.
Yep.
It might be
the records
5 and 6-1, but it's going to be a ball game.
Yeah.
So Brandywine takes over on downs. Russell under center, and we have a whistle. Timeout, Caesar Rodney. And we're going to stay right here with it.
Yeah, you know, tomorrow I just Sussex Central is going to run that sweep at Cape's best corner all day, and then they're going to counter back. When they're going to suck Cape's defense over.
And then somewhere you're going to see Barnes to Barnes.
And counter, and then Barnes to Barnes.
The two twins,
and
Isaiah and Isaac, and quarterback and wide receiver for the Knights.
I think for Cape, they got to play fundamental and know their.
I think if you're Cape, you run the three-headed monster at them. You run Colby Wright, you run Ashby. And I think you put a little bit more JoJo Kirby in with some counter and some sweep of his own. You know what I've seen of him, he runs the ball well. He just doesn't get the lion's share of the touches.
Right. And you got the freshman quarterback getting more comfortable.
Right.
I just think they just have to shorten up the passing game for him, and make it a little bit quicker.
And that's a handoff to number 22. Blaine, who had the touchdown on his last carry, he's going to get the ball out. Gain of about 9 on the play. 2nd and 1. So 12:30, Sodell Concepts pregame show. Myself and Dan Messina. Dan, I heard it's going to be carnival atmosphere over there. They're going to have all kinds of, I heard food trucks, which makes me want to get there early. Some barbecues going on, some tailgating. I heard it's going to be a
fun time.
Obstacle course, and then the Knights or the Vikings will show up, and we'll get some football on. And that's going to be a pass out to number 11 off his fingertips as he got turned around. That was Nymir Johnson. But the Knights are hard to beat in the Castle, and up until this year, Cape was hard to beat at home. And I think they had lost 4 games over 3 years.
Yeah, it was always a tough place to play. You know, Coach Wells likes to keep that grass really thick, and I felt like whenever you were there, you couldn't see anybody's shoes.
Right, you
can't see their shoes. The grass was so long.
I can attest to that because a lot of times when I go to do pictures for some of our banners, I always have to get rid of the feet because you cannot see their shoes. The grass is too long. And that's a hand. That's going to be a flag on the play.
That's going to come back.
And that's going to bring it back. And going to help the ref pick up his flag for him. That's going to be a hold on Brandywine on the 3rd and 1.
The gaggle of riders combined on the tackle, but there is a flag on the play.
That was number 24 on the carry. Nadif Plant, flag on the play, holding, back it up 10 yards.
And the call is a holding call against the Bulldogs.
Well, with 2 minutes to go, and like I said, we're not going to see any more varsity action. Dan, I think we're probably in agreement.
Yep.
Player of the game. Louis Pizza, player of the game. Number 7. Julian Trammell. He had a touchdown on offense and a touchdown on defense. Nice little pass by Russell. He's got number 11 on the bubble screen. Amir Johnson. He's going to be close to a first down. It's going to bring up a 4th and short. But all right, Louis Pizza, player of the game. Julian Trammell. Great game by the senior. He's still
think it should have been the whole defense, but I still want everybody out there to know I voted for the whole defense.
They played a heck of a game. I don't even like to pick 2 players sometimes, much less 11. But Julian Trammell, our Louis Pizza, player of the game. You'll see us picked up on our 302 Sports Facebook page, Twitter, and Instagram. And that's a run. That's on a 3rd and a 4th and 3. I think he's going to be stopped short.
And I don't think they might not get another play.
And the tackle is made by the Riders, Urza Pendleton.
Yeah, just waist up. So I think the Riders are going to let the clock run out. I don't think they even have to take a knee because the clock's going to run down. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. And that's the ball game here in Camden, folks. Your Caesar Rodney Riders. 46. Brandywine 0. Folks, we'll take a quick commercial timeout. We'll be right back with the Citadel Concepts post-game show. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Citadel Concepts post-game show with Benny Mitchell and Dan Messina. And Dan, Caesar Rodney Riders, I picked them to win. I picked them to win by a pair of touchdowns. You thought they could be in trouble if they didn't get it rolling.
I did.
What did they do? They come out and prove both of us wrong. 40-6.
Absolutely.
46-7. Caesar Rodney, big win heading into Sussex Central next week.
Oh, definitely. You know, they came out. The defense just playing lights out, and this time of year, this is what you want your defense doing at this time of the year, playing lights out.
And talk a little bit about this Julian Trammell, the running back and defensive back, his fourth pick of the season, his second pick six, and he scores on both sides of the ball early. We didn't get to see any action in the second half as they were running clock on the kickoff to start the second half. Talk about the performance that kid had tonight.
I mean, he was all over the place. He great job. He was part of the picking up the fumble that scored. He was, probably one of the guys that touched that ball before it got picked up.
As you said, game ball to the Caesar Rodney defense.
Yes.
Especially a couple players I want to talk about on that defense. Number 79, Jeremiah Brown. He had a big game in the quarterback space all night long. And again, Jackson Rawl. Jackson Rawl could have very well been player of the game again, except for the fact Trammell finds the end zone twice.
Yep. Absolutely. Because when the quarterback at the beginning of the game, when the quarterback lost the ball and tried to pick it up, he blocked him. Right. He was the only person from Brandywine who could have got the ball and was set up that score by himself. He gets the assist.
So okay, folks, that's it from Caesar Rodney High School for Trey Mitchell on the camera. Nick Hadley up in Wilmington. With the production, Chris Mitchell back at home in Lewis with our update scores, our out-of-town scoreboard. And for Dan Messina, I'm Benny Mitchell. We'll see you 12:30 kickoff, 1 o'clock kickoff tomorrow in Georgetown, and 12:30 Citadel Concepts pregame show with myself and Dan Messina. And then the Knights and the Vikings will get it on, and we'll see you there. Until tomorrow, folks, at 12:30, have a good night.
See you tomorrow.